Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome to another episode of the It Gets Better, I Swear podcast. I'm your host, Louis Beans, and I'm here with Merc with the mic.
What's going on? What is going on?
Chillin', chillin', Merc. What it is?
Nothing. Football season started, so I'm kind of have it. I have the TV muted with the football game start. Full just watching. And then the rest Starfield. I've been on Starfield. So last week, if you remember hearing me, I was sick. I got COVID and stuff. So I've been home. So what I've been doing is I've been playing a lot of Starfield, and
Hmm.
I'm enjoying the game. The game has its flaws, and I'm not gonna deny it, but it's very addictive.
Okay, that's good. Um, Coming from something that you did play, like what was it, Skyrim,
Yeah,
and that was the one you liked.
yeah.
And you weren't into Fallout because
I
you
yeah
like the elements of Skyrim.
yes.
So, how does this one hold up? Since I know this is more sci-fi.
So so the basic of the storyline is very Mass Effect with the whole him seeing flashes of the world ending or like a message and things like that. But it's just a bunch of things hitting him and things like that, or your character, whatever him, her, whatever you decide to be. Um, Sadly, no aliens. I wanted to be an alien. I couldn't be an alien. I was mad about that.
Hmm. Hmm.
I always
Hmm.
pick the weird things. Like in Skyrim, I always picked the Khajiit. I made Tony the Tiger, and he was my
Okay.
adventurer. And then on the
Okay.
Switch, I made Loki,
Okay, that
my
makes
cat.
sense.
So I always picked the weird types. And this one is just a bunch of human beings. Um, I picked the space scoundrel, the scoundrel. That was the class I picked, which I'm kind of glad because persuasion is a big key part of the game. Or like any of they have a bunch of different ones. You could threat them, you could raise your threat level up, or um, be like a diplomatic. You could raise that up and talk, and it'll give you trees to talk. But persuasion always got me out of fights and got me money, so that's where I worked with. I was always trying to
Okay.
find the
Okay.
dollar. I always wanted the dollar bill, so always made it into that. But it's a really good game. It's very Skyrim-y. So like even the Starborn character, the character traits is very Skyrim. Even the how they did it is very Skyrim. Even this one kind of has a homage to it. But it's very like the storyline of how they got it and things like that is very similar to Skyrim. Um, it could be a pretty game, but it is also has its ugly. It has its ugliness as well. Is very hiccupy. So like if you're playing and you're just starting, save everything. Save if you feel like you're not comfortable, save the game. No matter where you're at, just save the game. Just to add
Okay.
shit to your thing because there's times that you kind of didn't want the outcome to be the way you want it, then you can go back and try it again. Like if you're trying to persuade someone or you're trying to like threaten someone, things like that, and you want to go to a certain route, you have chances to try it and things like that. And there's times that the game froze on me very far, and I'm like, damn, I got to do all this shit again. So lesson learned, but I've been saving a lot and stuff like that. I finished the freelance sheriff's storyline because I heard you get a really dope spaceship after it. But the only thing is UPS colors. Other than that, it's a dope ass spaceship, and again, you need to, especially if you want to get money, you want to buy things like that. The cargo missions and things like that are very good and very financially giving. So it's actually really good to have. So that's something that's really great. But other than that, like the storyline is pretty good. I think the faction storylines, I think, is what really sells the game. I think that was the same thing with Skyrim. Skyrim had a decent storyline main course, but the faction storylines that kind of carried the game.
Okay. All right.
Like
So
yeah.
in that respect, is it at least comparable to Skyrim?
I will
Like how
say
much you like it?
I
The
think
story, like the story.
I think Skyrim had more depth to it. As in this one,
Okay.
for the time that it came out, like it had more depth to it. As in, this is a PS5, oh not PS5, Xbox Series X, or like the high end, the higher end of the system. I expect a bit more with like the livelihood of the city and The city is just boring. It's like people just stand there or sit down, stand there or sit down. They don't really do much or outside of the what the characters you're dealing with, and there's just a bunch of just people standing straight and just talking to you. So there's no like the world is not lively. Like you go to
Okay.
cyberpunk, you put on cyberpunk, and there's people dancing, there's people partying, there's people talking to each other and things like that. The world is lively. So that was something that I was
Mm-hmm.
like the voice disappointed in. But like the space combat got better with the Crimson Fleet storyline's really good so far. I found a blown up casino and found mad money in there. I was extremely happy, and I randomly just because I will randomly just if I know I didn't mark a planet, I'll randomly just go there and to see what like have. And I
Mm-hmm.
found this station like in the middle of nowhere. It was like looked like it was blown up. So I flew to it, and I docked on it, and there was no one there. And then all of a sudden, there was a robbery in progress, and then I just got stuck right in the middle of it.
Really?
So I lined up just killing everybody and taking all the money that they were trying to rob.
So wait, you got there and people were trying to rob the casino?
Yeah, so it is a storyline. I guess I didn't meet the person to give me that storyline, so I just
Ah,
went
okay,
ahead
okay.
and did it. And so yeah, they're I think this group called the Eclipse was trying to steal all the money from that casino. They blew it up and tried to steal the money. So this thing is like it lost its gravity, so you can actually just you're just like gliding and shit and fucking going to each room and shit and just stealing shit.
How's that? How does that part feel? Because that's unique to Starfield right now.
It's not bad. It reminds me of the dash of the Mass Effect Andromeda. Like it helps when you need it. It's really good,
Hmm.
especially when you're overcumbersome with all the items that you fucking end up carrying. Just because, and that happens fast, and that happens a lot because again, that's one thing that I think they need to tweak is the overcome some or whatever the number
Oh,
of it.
the over was it over
Yeah,
encumber?
yeah,
Yeah.
because it's a game that you want to grab shit, but there's also a game that you always have to look at that. But that also takes away your oxygen. So if you're over the number, so what helps is the dashing. If you could go in the rocket and dash a couple times, your oxygen will
Hmm.
go up because you're not running anymore. So you just run and use that and like that. There's also one of the powers that kind of just replenishes your oxygen as well.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
I've been using the shield one because it's been beneficial because I've been going through a lot of gunfights and shit.
Okay.
But
All right.
they're a little cheesy powers. One is like the gravity just lifts everything up. There's one that you shoot like a ball of air, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
There's ones that you like manipulate the person to drop his gun, or there's one that will have them go against each other, shit like that.
So like Jedi stuff?
Yes, the powers are kind of similar. There's ones that you could push, which is the one that they kind of have homaging Skyrim is the whoosh that you
Yeah,
just push
yeah.
people off the thing.
But you don't. The character doesn't say anything, does it?
No, it doesn't. I wish it did. That would have actually been dope.
Yes, it would have. He's
But
like, what?
there's other thing. There's ones for like health and things like that, and like different things. One for your power level and things like that. So those things. That's what the powers kind of help you with. I've been trying to collect them all. I'm missing a couple, but again, I think I'm at the point of the main story that I'm not far to the end. But so now
Okay.
I'm just doing the side shit and see how much I could get done, and then I probably will go into a new game plus with and just try to level up everything. But it don't. My only gripe is the leveling up because it just takes so long to just get one damn point.
Really? Okay.
And at least in Skyrim, they had those little rock stones in the middle of nowhere that you hit and it gave you a point. I have not found anything like that.
Huh. Okay. Okay.
But
Does it seem like the game? This is the type of game where they would have secrets and things like that, hidden
yeah,
little hidden
yeah.
gems here and there.
Yeah, there's especially like little homage things, and then little like there's a lot of weird like little like there would be like a safe deposit box and a statue in the bottom and things like that, and they have little stories for it and the reason why, or there was part of a mission that you talked to someone about and things like that.
Okay. Okay.
Um, So far, the Crimson Fleet storyline has been my favorite one. Just because it kind of reminds me of the Brotherhood Guild of Skyrim. That was my favorite storyline of the Skyrim. So
Gotcha.
you kind of go into bad path. The only thing with that is like the companions you have. They will not. They just get mad at you because they don't like what you're doing because you're being a pirate. So I always have to kick them out and go get the fuck away from me for a
Wait,
little
but
bit.
there's no pirate aligned companions, like
There's
evil
one.
companions.
No,
There's
not like
only
that. They all are part of the Outlander shit that you go into. None of them are
really.
yeah.
Ah,
So like there's one that was a former pirate that you can make him one, but I guess he will like what you do. But everyone else will be like, oh, I don't like that. Oh, I don't like that. Then get the fuck out of here, man. I'll be
I did
myself.
hear like the robot doesn't judge you.
Yeah, the robot is my homie. That's my favorite
Okay,
one. He's always with me
okay,
because he will just blast motherfuckers.
okay, all right.
That's all I need him to do is just blast people, and I'll just update his arsenal. Like I gave him a laser and I gave him a big ass machine gun. I was like, yo, do your thing. That's my homie.
Oh man, that's messed up. But it's good that you could do that. Okay.
Yeah, I've been so I again after that the freelance thing I got the big starship which I'm loving because you could actually do a lot of shit with that and you could carry a lot. But before that I was using the Mantis ship and the Mantis I still use the Mantis costume and shit like that because it's like one of the better suits
Mm.
and just in general like that the spaceship is pretty dope so I've been using that more. But now I'm using that big one because now I could do the cargo missions and all that shit and I can make mad money for it.
Have you gone back to Earth? Because I know you don't start there, right?
No, you could go. There's a station at Earth though.
Oh, there's a station
Yeah,
there.
there's a little station
Ah,
at
okay,
Earth.
okay, okay,
But
cool.
it's a good game. I'm enjoying it. It's a fun game. It's again if you like Skyrim, you like Fallout. Then I recommend you playing it. If you're not into that kind of style of game, then I could find I could definitely see you getting bored of it fast. Like in the early stages, but you start enjoying it later on. The gunplay is solid. I will say that you could go third person, you could go first person, but the gunplay is pretty solid. The guns that you can get some really cool stuff really early in the game too, just by being creative.
Oh, I have a question. I have a question. Because of I know those games do unique weapons and unique like gear and stuff. How is that like come across in this game? Does it feel like everything is just kind of standard? Like here's another laser gun, here's a stronger
um,
laser gun, or does it have anything that's like here's a laser gun and then you have something over here and this one shoots like two lasers that go sideways, or is it like a axe that does this,
I will
or does it
say
have
it's
anything
more
weird?
normal in the ways of like, yeah, it's. I'll say it's more normal like guns that you actually get. The only thing is that you could upgrade more is like if it has explosive rounds or there's like perks you could put to the guns, but they're not like Borderlands unique. They're gonna be like your
I
basic
got you.
guns and shit
Okay.
like that. But you can add a lot of stuff to it. Like I have a right now I have like a stiletto fucking big ass Mac Colt gun that has a scope that I could actually see the heat signatures of people.
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
All
it's
right.
actually pretty cool. I was like, oh, I like this one because I can actually see
Mm-hmm.
people through the wall and I can see where they're at.
Oh, damn. That's cheap.
Yep. Because these
Does it?
motherfuckers come out of
Okay.
nowhere. That's why they'll teleport to walls and everything. Like again, I've seen
Yeah, they.
shit.
I'm sure they
Yeah,
spawn in wherever they want.
exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
But
Okay.
I'm enjoying it right now. If I had to give it a score, I'll go 8.5.
Okay.
Um, just in general
That's what I see.
gameplay.
Most people are giving it like eights and high eights and
It's
stuff. Okay.
not. It's a good game. It's just a game that you have to invest your time in, and it also is a game that you have to be invested in. Is it honestly? My approach to this game is kind of how I went with Yakuza Zero. Is the fact that I know where I was going into, and then little by little I started getting into the story, and then once I started getting flowing and the other things unlocked and things like that, I started getting really into the game. And I think this is the one of those games that you kind of have to be patient in the beginning and let them tell you the story. There's a lot of cool shit in the beginning of the game that you could do early, but again, if you're playing, I recommend having some skill of the guns and things like that. Persuasion is a good one to build up too, because there's a lot of fights that you're not gonna win that you can get out of. There's many times I had bounties on my ass by the pirates, and I'm like, yo, yeah, you don't want to bother me. I'm your friend. I'm your friend. Go away.
Oh man.
I told you I persuade someone to give me their shit. I also persuade someone
Gotcha.
to pay me their a fine that I said they did something. So I persuade him that he did the crime and that he should be paying me for him letting him
Mm-hmm.
go. And I persuade
Yeah.
him to give me money, so I'll let him go. And then I killed
That's messed up.
him.
That's real messed up.
So there's like little shit like that that I really dig that they actually had put it in the game that I enjoyed. It's not like Baldur's Gate's choices the way how
Yeah, yeah.
crazy it is, but there are
Mm-hmm.
things that you
Mm-hmm.
could get away with a lot in this game that are funny as hell. Um,
Okay.
and then also the Mantis stage. I think that whole Mantis shit was pretty dope. And that's pretty much it was pretty much Batman, but that whole shit was pretty dope. And that one's like that one you pick up randomly. It's a note that you get when you one of the first few like gunfights, and you have a secret message in your department. You listen to the message, and it gives you the location where you have to go.
Ah, okay,
It's
okay.
not something
Yeah,
that someone's gonna
you
give you
know
the
what?
mission.
That's something I meant to ask you too. Um, Now I know you and I've seen other people say the UI is kind of buns,
Yeah.
but like things like that, when they give you notes and then they give you a location, like how easy is it to go to the location? Because sometimes in certain games it be confusing, dude.
So if you're not over cumbersome and it adds into your list, all you have to do is click the list and then press X, and it'll give you a course to go it. If you're not over cumbersome and things like that, you'll get automatically fast travel
Oh,
there.
okay, okay, okay.
But if
That's
it's a
cool.
location that you can get to, you could work your way into getting closer to it by
Mm.
getting going to a location that's closer to it, and then little by little it'll unlock.
Oh, okay. All right. See, that's
So
not
there's
bad. I
ways
like that.
out of it, but again, I will say the inventory menu is fucking annoying. It's the fact that
Yeah,
you gotta
yeah.
press start, go this, go that, go that. But once you kind of line up how your favorites is, like I'll have like a my favorites. They have give you a pretty decent amount of stuff. There's like four. So it's four on top, four on the bottom, and four on the sides. So I will run guns on the top and the right. I run perks on the left, and I run like health and like boost on the bottom.
Okay, okay.
But it depends. If you want more guns, you can put more guns on. You can put guns on the whole that whole diagonal thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. You can do
okay.
like I just put like health because that's something that I need. But you
Yeah,
could put
yeah.
anything. You could put anything on there, and you could actually have it eat like quick, easy access to it.
Is there animations when you eat food or no?
No.
You just you hear the sound.
Yep. Like
Okay. All right.
it sounds like they just used the same shit that they did in like Fallout and then fucking
Yeah.
Skyrim.
Sounds like somebody's eating an apple.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah, it's a very specific sound too.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
But
All right.
again, it's a fun
Oh, you
game.
know what? Here's something that I think nobody's talked about. How are, if any, of the boss encounters?
Um, they're like fighting a regular like AI is just more powerful.
Okay. It was like so is mostly human or like the alien enemies,
Yeah,
not like
there's some
something
beast and shit.
special.
Like I fought a T Rex looking motherfucker, and
Was it big?
it was quite big, bigger than me.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
but
All
again,
right.
I'm enjoying it. It's a good game right now for me to waiting for. I'm waiting for Spider-Man 2 and like a Dragon Gaiden. So this is a good like game to waste my time until those come out.
Speaking of like a dragon Gaiden, we got confirmation that Daytona Part
Yeah.
2, which has never come out on any console, it's only been in the arcade and emulated. So this is the first time that game is there, and then they've RGG went out of their way to say that they're trying to make it like the best possible version of that that game. Like they're trying to pull out all the stops
I hope
basically.
they do because the Dragon Cart shit was fucking annoying.
Oh,
in
oh,
like a dragon.
oh! I heard about the dragon card. I have seen. people lose their minds playing
Yeah,
the Dragon card. Yes.
yeah. I wanted to break
Yes.
controllers.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. I'm like, I really hope they don't do it like Dragon Kart. The Dragon Kart was really fucking annoying.
Okay. No, well, no. I, mm, see, I don't think they're gonna put driving in the main game. Um, but as far as like the arcade ports that they planning on putting
Yeah.
in, like they're really proud of the work that they're doing on those because
Okay,
they're
cool.
putting out videos
So
and stuff.
Daytona,
So
well,
like
Daytona 2 is supposed to be in the Yakuza.
it's supposed to be in the Man with No Name.
Oh, sweet. That's dope.
Hmm.
All right, I thought it was actually coming
So the,
out. I was gonna buy that
s-
shit.
oh no, oh you mean Daytona 2 by itself? No, no,
Yeah, I
no,
thought it
no.
was gonna come out like a as a like Sega thing. I didn't know it
Standalone?
was part of that game. I was like,
No.
oh, that's dope.
So that's the cool side effect of that is that I've because of the people I follow a lot, and this is serious. Like a lot of retro gamers are gonna buy this game just to get that.
Yeah, yes,
I've seen. I'm not trying to say I've seen thousands, but I've seen replies and tweets that have like thousands of likes on it of people saying that they are gonna get it just for that, and it's like you read them and it's just like, oh man, I definitely got
You
to
know
pick
what
this up
though?
for a collection.
I seen a lot of praise for Sonic the Fighter on those same boards, and they kind of annoyed me.
I mean, it's not a good game,
It's not.
but it's when you go out of your way to make it a flawless port.
Yeah,
That's what counts. You know
I
what I
think
mean?
they do a good job with that because even Virtua Fighter 5, I find myself playing that for hours
Yeah,
on
those are
fucking
good.
Yakuza.
Yeah, those are real good.
That
And
one,
it's kind of crazy. That's the whole Virtual Fighter game because that's the one where you can make the character. You know,
yeah.
you can make your profile and
But
stuff and go through
but
it.
it's the arcade version. It's not the
Yeah,
console
it
version.
doesn't have all
Yeah.
the things, but you can still be like Dan and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
And I'm like, oh, they put that in there. Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
it was actually pretty cool. And then I think like Lost Judgment had like Fighting Vipers and all that shit too.
Yes, yes.
A Fighter Mega Mix
Hmm.
then. Let's go.
I don't know if the have that none of them have Fighting Vipers 2, have they?
No, I could definitely see that being
Just
in there.
one. Just one, right?
Virtual One was a game on there too. Deep cuts.
Uh, yeah, I gotta.
They could put Virtual Cop.
No, oh, Virtual Cop 2 is gonna be in it.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. They could put Virtual Cop because they had the zombie game a couple times in those games, and they
You
played like
mean
a
wait? You mean
flashbang.
House of the Dead?
Nah, it was just like a random zombie game that they had in there.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. I think it was in Lost Judgment they had it, and it kind of was the cursor that you shot things and stuff like that.
Okay. Damn. All right.
So I could see Virtual Cop being in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But
So they Virtual Cop 2 is supposed to be in it,
cool,
in Man with No Name.
nice. I'm excited for that.
Hmm. Yeah, definitely excited for that game in general, but that stuff is like, oh, that's icing on the cake. Okay.
Yeah.
See, I think that's what companies should remember that they can do when they have an extensive backlog of like old IP that they don't use out at all anymore. It's just like, sometimes you want to put some goodwill inside of your video game.
Yeah.
I don't know why Team RGT is the only one who knows that. I don't know why.
Yeah. You know what? I think Sonic being in it would be actually pretty dope too. Having like the Sonic like Sonic R or some shit like that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It, you sure Sonic R is not in one of them?
No.
That's a game I figured would have
The
been
only
in
Sonic game that I've seen on there was Sonic the Fighter.
there. Okay. Okay.
They never did like any of the classic Sonics, but then again, they were never arcades.
They were never arcade, but like,
Yeah,
oh, Sonic R was an arcade. That was
yeah,
Saturn.
yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay.
So yeah, it's cool. I'm actually excited for that, and then also it helps like keep your games in known too. Like it keeps like Space Harriers in all of them. Like you could play that shit. It kind of keeps that historic
Mm-hmm.
part of it as well.
Yeah, exactly. And unfortunately, because of the situation in Japan with the arcades,
Yeah,
it's kind of preserving the arcades in a different way
yeah,
because if physically they aren't going to be there anymore, that kind of sucks. So,
yeah.
I mean, although I forgot like the main Sega one did get bought by somebody
Yeah,
who's going to keep it as an arcade, so that's at least a thing.
yeah. But yeah, it's good to keep that history, and Sega does it. That team always does it because they preserve games that Sega owns, and like, hey, let's put these in there.
Hmm.
And then they take they also do their diligence, like actually make it a good port. Because even Outrun, I played Outrun for hours as well.
Yeah, true that. True that. Does it? I know some of them have. One of them has the plain one, Afterburner.
Yeah. Had Afterburner. I think they had Hang On. Hang On was like you had to get a certain thing on Outrun, and the lady would come out with the new arcade, and it would be Hang On.
Oh, okay,
I
okay,
think that was in Zero.
okay. I think I played that.
Yeah,
Okay,
you
I
had
think I played
your
the
friend
Hang
that
On.
was in the Sega thing. That she would challenge you to beat the score, and then at the last one that she challenged you, and you beat the score. She takes out the big Hang On arcade, the motorcycle
Yeah.
arcade.
Okay.
I think it's the same thing with the Space Harrier. She'll challenge your Space Harrier, and then she'll bring that fucking spaceship game. There's like a little green spaceship that shoots and it goes back and
Oh,
forth.
Opa Opa.
Yeah, it
Hmm.
brings that game.
Okay. Good stuff. Good stuff. Um, that's about it, really. I mean, for stuff. Oh, I forgot. I didn't ask you on the thing on the show because I don't know how to feel about NBA 2K24.
Okay.
I'm not gonna buy it. I don't play those games, but I do see this year they are doing a Kobe Bryant edition
Yeah, this is like the third one they've
and a
done.
Black Mamba edition. Now, is this the first one post his death or is not?
This is the first one after his death, but they have had quite a few. I think he has the most like collector's editions.
Okay. I I don't know. I mean, obviously they have the estates okay to do it, but it does something always feels a little crummy when you see a dead person on a video game cover.
Yeah,
It's like, come on, man. Brian even been dead that long, and y'all just cashing in on him. That's how it feels. I know it's not because it's the NBA and he was there 4 years. I
yeah,
understand, but I always feel like when something like that happens, they should go above and beyond to make it vocal to do something good for like a charity or something.
yeah.
Whenever that happened, like maybe one of the charities that he might have been involved with, maybe even through the NBA. But like, I don't know, man.
So
What say you on dead people and video games?
as long as they do right by the people that like, I know for a fact they got the permission from the family to do it. Um, Yeah, I'll say like the proceeds go to the charity, like for the collectors because he's only the no, he's in two editions. He's in
There's
the
the
deluxe
regular
and the
one is just
collectors.
no, the regular one. They changed the. So here's the thing. I'm looking at it on GameSpot, and the normal price for the Kobe one is just called Kobe Bryant Standard Edition.
Oh, okay, so yeah, he's the
Is
cover art. Yeah,
yeah, and then they have the Black Mamba edition,
yeah,
and
I
like
agree. I
he's on
think like
both.
if you're gonna do that, at least donate to a charity and things like that, and like some of the proceeds go to this or some of the proceeds go to that. But I know a lot of people picked it up because
Hmm.
yeah, I was a big Kobe fan as well. So it would have been something I would have gotten, but again, I've been kind of avoiding this of the sport games because it hasn't really changed much, and that's not a good thing.
It hasn't changed much. Okay,
NBA does it a little better than Madden, but Madden hasn't like been a different. Madden hasn't changed anything for like the last 15 years
okay, and
since they started that
that
Frostbite engine.
I know that's recent. That just came out, right? Or is it just coming
Yeah,
out?
came out
Madden
beginning of the month, last month.
last month. So that means both of them are out, right?
Yeah, NBA came out this week.
This week. Gotcha, gotcha. And it's still with this new one, it has not changed enough for you, right?
No. I watched the gameplay. I saw like the glitches, and a lot of people say like
Damn,
like the only difference is like you don't have to do a download for tattoos on the players, and that's the difference of the two.
that's the difference. Oh, all right. Well, I just feel bad.
Yeah.
because that monopoly, it needs to end, dude. That monopoly on the NFL franchise,
Yeah.
it needs to end because it's not. Are there any other sports like football games that are high profile that come
No.
out anymore?
No.
No,
I don't know.
they
NCAA,
killed
but
an
EA is
entire
making it.
genre of competition.
Yeah.
That sucks, dude.
It's
I
kind of
don't
like the
like that.
WWE games.
Yeah, but there's still like we see, there's still indie wrestling. You can't do indie football like
Yeah.
that because you can't use the NFL. Like you can't use the NFL.
Yeah.
You can't use the sports leagues. Just like what was the last indie football game that came out? It was probably like they redid Mutant League. That's
The
it.
Blitz.
No, but that's not the recent indie game. The
Almost.
Blitz the you talking about Blitz the League?
Yeah.
That was a while ago.
Yeah,
That
it
was
was
like
a while ago.
PlayStation
Oh,
2 or
the
3.
Colin Kaepernick has like a street football game coming out.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
It's been a while since NFL Street, so
Yeah. So
I hope it's good.
me too.
I'll put it that way.
It's the
I
same
hope he's
people that
got
did
some.
that NBA 2K, that NBA home court or whatever it's fucking called.
See, I don't. That I'm not familiar with.
It was okay. It was like a
Okay.
wannabe NBA jam, but it wasn't as great.
Wait, was that the one that came out after they remade after the what do you call it? It's not a. It wasn't a remake of NBA Jam. It was like a sequel, way later of NBA Jam. You remember that?
No, cause I know what you're talking about. No, this was a different company. I think 2K bought them out too, so they kind of
No,
did
no.
like
I'm asking the time period. The time period.
uh.
Do you know if it was before that or after that?
So they did a later on NBA Jam that had like the newer players,
Mm-hmm.
and EA did it. So it had EA's handprint all over it, and it wasn't that good. And they also had microtransactions.
Ugh.
Um,
All right. Well,
and then this one, NBA Home Court, came out, and this one was kind of a pay to play too. Like it was kind of like it felt like a phone game more than anything.
oh, it was like a free to play
Yeah,
game,
yeah.
basically.
And then you had to like get points to unlock players and shit.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, yeah. I got you. I got
Yeah.
you. So no bueno.
No, no.
Damn.
NBA is getting better reviews of them Madden, but I'm also hearing the same thing, like the same song and dance. They haven't really changed so much on it.
Yeah. I think something needs to change because people definitely is not in the same place it used to be. The fans are not happy as they used to be. Still makes money, but you can't tell me it's as much as it. Well, then again, maybe because of the money,
Yeah,
because of how much things cost, and then how many microtransactions. Because remember, that wasn't exactly a thing back in the day.
yeah,
So they could claim it makes more money because of those. But I'm pretty sure it's not hitting those numbers of back in the day, the height of Madden, people in the streets, midnight launches. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Rappers out there talking about, yeah, we on Madden. I'm like,
yeah.
it's not that.
No, it's not that, and
It's
I
not
don't
that.
think it's even close to being that again.
So I'm just kind of curious as to why nobody else is trying to find a way
Cause
to get in there. And it's
EA
just like
owns the rights of the NFL.
that's what I was saying. Well,
Yeah,
it's just like EA owning the NFL. It's kind of just
and then the NFL decided to
a
renew
black
it.
hole. It's just a black hole.
Yeah, it was NFL. NFL decided to renew it, and that was the big problem.
It's a void.
As in, the contract was up. I think it was like the last one with the one that was the anniversary date with Madden on the cover. That was the
That
year
was a.
that the contract was supposed to end in, and then they renewed it.
I didn't play it. I've seen reviews of that one. That one was busted.
Yeah,
Like it was glitchy as hell.
yeah, they all are. That Frostbite engine is terrible, and they need to change that engine.
Okay.
On that game particularly, that Frostbite engine is terrible.
Okay, I understand. Yeah, it's just not something that's appealing to me. And I like again, I like the arcade style football games, and I
Yeah,
wish they would come back.
yeah. I'll say check out that Colin Kaepernick one. It's
Mm.
getting kind of praised. Like some of the gameplay is actually being getting good praise on it. So who knows? It might actually be good.
Let's see. Let's see.
I don't know neighborhood. Let
Um,
me see. Call.
I think that's it. I think that's it.
So let's go
I
into
have
this movie.
nothing. Trying to see if anything came out. No, no. I will say I'm surprised because it came and kind of was like a small hit, but then it just fizzled out very quickly. I didn't know there was a Nickelodeon All Star Brawl 2 already.
Yeah,
The
they made
original
it.
part 2.
Yeah, they made a part two.
Like, damn, what? Wait a second. The first one just came out. So, did you see any characters that you were interested in, or did you see anything of it?
I saw the
Because I
turtles. That's about.
no, are they in the new one or are they
Yeah,
not
they
in the
didn't.
new one?
There's more of them in the new one.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, because it was only Michelangelo on the first one, right?
Mikey and then Shredder came in later in April.
I don't remember Shredder. Wow. Okay. All right. All
So the game I'm telling you is called Wild Card Football, and it comes out October 10th.
right. Okay, that's not even that far. Damn.
It doesn't look bad. It looks silly. It looks arcadey. It looks like it has an
Looks
arcadey
arcadey.
feel to it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll send
That's
you.
what that's what's needed. Definitely. All right. All right. So anyway, I'm not getting Nickelodeon. I just wanted to know if you knew it was a thing, but apparently it's a thing.
Yep. All right.
When the hell? Oh, it is late. It's later this year. Okay. All right. All right. No date. I ain't mad. So this week's movie, we will go to Men in Black 3.
Yep.
Thrace. Uh-oh. Scott Steiner, he's having a party. What's going on?
Um.
He's out here having a
Yeah.
fiesta. Hmm?
He's having a fiesta. He's a big Tommy Lee Jones fan. He's
He is very happy. He likes Josh Brolin and Tommy Lee Jones.
like all the seriousness they need.
Yep. So this one was from 2002, rated PG-13. It is an hour 46. Let's see the debut. Because I saw it at theaters, but I couldn't tell you. It was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Because this is 2012. So,
I think it was the
uh,
summer. I think it was the July. May 25th.
May 25th. Good stuff. Did you see it in the theaters or no?
I did not see this in theaters.
Really? Okay. I'm surprised. Um, and after Men in Black 2, did you swear off Men in Black
That's
movies
probably
or
why I didn't like part two. So
you was like,
did
I'm
I see
done?
this in theaters? No, I did not see it in theaters. I think something else came out, and I watched that instead.
All right, all right. I don't blame you. This one is directed by Barry Sonnenfeld. Sonnenfeld. Uh, you let me know that he also did the first Men in Black
Yes, and Wild Wild West.
and Wild Wild West, and he did Adam's Family Values. All right, so he's good in my book.
Yeah,
That's a homie movie. That's shout outs to Hammer
there
because
you
that's the one with the
go.
song, right?
Yeah.
Do what they want to do.
Yep.
Adams. Yeah, I remember that one. Okay, okay. Um, huh. Do we have one more movie
Yeah.
in the Men in Black series?
The
Yes,
one
we
with
do. Hemsworth. Yeah.
Hemsworth and the chick from the
Tessa
Valkyrie.
Thompson.
Yeah, yeah,
Is that who that is?
yeah. And I
Yeah.
heard that was shit was terrible.
Yeah. The score doesn't reflect very well. Not from here anyway.
Yeah.
But he has something to do with that one as well. He's not. Let's see.
They try to.
Not the director,
Yeah.
but he did. He has something to do with it. Oh.
Probably produced it.
Yeah, he did. He did. He also produced The Tick, the TV
Oh,
series
okay.
from 2016. I have to watch that because I know that's pretty decent. I
Yeah.
know that's pretty decent. That's the one with Patrick Warburton.
Yeah, yeah.
Is it? No, because there's two.
No, there's two. There's
The
one with
first
him,
one with the first one is with Putty. This one
the
is
other
the
one. That one was like actually pretty good. That was on Amazon Prime.
yeah, yeah. I have to find that one.
Yeah,
But
that one's actually pretty good.
actually, this new one, the prime original one, is actually pretty good, right?
Yeah, I
You
liked
said.
it. It was pretty good. Yeah.
All right, I have to see this one also. Okay. All right, all right. Anyway, he's done some good stuff, and he's involved with some pretty good stuff. So we'll leave it at that. Writing credits we have Ethan Cohen and Lowell Cunningham, and he is credited for the Malibu comic.
Yeah,
Wow. I'm sorry, Mark. What?
yeah, it was a
I didn't
Malibu
I
comic.
didn't realize it was Malibu. What?
Yeah,
Damn.
I forgot it was Malibu
So is
too.
Men in Black the most successful Malibu comic property?
Probably
Holy
because they don't get
shit.
the credit for the Mortal Kombat or Street
Or
Fighter.
Street Fighter? No, no, no. Wow. That's crazy. Anyway, we have the cast. We have Will Smith as Agent J, Tommy Lee Jones as Agent K, Josh Brolin as young Agent K, uh, Jermaine Clement as Boris the Animal.
He was
We
good.
have Emma Thompson. Mm-hmm. Emma Thompson as Agent O. Uh, Michael Stolbarg as Griffin. Mike Coulter. Hey, I know that
Yeah,
guy
I was like, hey,
as
look,
Colonel.
it's he played his father. That
Yeah,
annoyed the shit
basically.
out of me. That shit annoyed the shit out of me.
Uh, that's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. Um, we have Nicole Scherzinger as Boris's girlfriend. That was a lady from the
They Pussycat Dolls.
Pussycat Dolls.
Yeah.
All right. We have Michael Chernus as Jeffrey Price. Alice Eve as Agent O.
Yes.
I guess young Agent O. They don't. Yeah, it says young Agent O. David Rash as Agent X. So he works for Elon, I guess. I
Yeah.
don't know. We have Keon Young as Mr. Wu. He's a funny character.
Yeah.
Bill Hader. Look, there you go. As Andy Warhol.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I did catch that. Um, do we have anybody else
Not really. Um.
that was like maybe even a cameo? Because I do know they have the little celebrity cameos on the screen, but they don't really put them in here. I think Lady Gaga was on the screen,
Yes, she
right?
was one. Yeah.
Like I know Michael Jackson was on the screen, and I think in the first one.
Yeah. Dennis Rodman was in. I think in the second one.
Yeah, Dennis Rodman. No,
Okay.
she is not credited for her face. I don't think.
No. No, I don't think
No.
she's credited.
Um, we have Javier Rivera as transvestite at Happening.
There you go.
what? What? We have Kirk Larson as Dead Zed. That's kind of dark.
Yeah.
Sheesh. And then there's a bunch of the aliens and stuff. There's
Yeah.
people as aliens. All right. We got it. We got it. Um, And so this one, they have the synopsis is Agent J travels in time to MIB's early days in 1969 to stop an alien from assassinating his friend Agent K and changing history. So this one I know doesn't. One thing I will say, it does not pick up after two.
No.
It is clearly years later. Um, but the it does start off giving you what you want, the classic J and K. Um, and so this time around, it looks like there's something that is going on once they discover Boris
Yeah.
that is affecting K. So that's like the main plot. Boris is, you start with his escape from his maximum security prison on the moon. The Pussycat doll, she helps him escape with the cake with his alien piece
Yeah.
inside. And you see this is kind of it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. His escape sequence where he uses that nasty little thing to kill everybody and get out of there.
Yep.
Um, but I will say they do a pretty good job of setting the tone for like how strong his character is and how evil he is and just disgustingly ugly. His
Yeah.
character.
I thought he was good too. I thought he was a good
Those two
character.
faces. Yeah, he did well as being a bad guy. Um, and then she gets sucked out in the void of space, and only he can survive.
Yep.
Too bad. So sad. Um, but then we get on Earth, and it's business as usual. They have the funny part with the um, usually it's them with the alien that they know, some shaking them down for some info and some type of deal like that. So after they have their first little bit of hijinks, and they find out about potentially this guy, um, they don't fully get confirmation until they go to the Chinese restaurant.
Yeah.
Because remember, they go there and they're like, "What's going on with this?" And like, "Why is this guy?" Because I think they got a call about somebody having worms of an alien type in
Yeah.
their stomach from a Chinese restaurant. So then they go to Mr. Wu,
Yep.
who his character is so messed up because he also this trivia for this movie. One of the trivia says they took him out of the movie in China. Obviously,
Yeah.
it says the Chinese restaurant scene has been censored for the mainland China release. The sequence with J and K in the back room has been edited to remove all shots of Wu, thus eliminating the revelation that Wu was actually an alien. A subsequent moment with Jay neuralizing a group of ethnically Asian bystanders has also been deleted. Damn, China. Damn. But I'm not gonna lie, it's actually really. I think this is probably one of the funniest parts of the movie. It's low key because of how messed up the Chinese guy is. Because he clearly knows them.
Yeah.
Clearly, he's like when they come in, he's like tables, your usual table, Agent K. And K is all business, and then Jay pipes in and it's kind of nice. But man, he hits them when they ask the questions about like you got aliens in here, you guys unauthorized food in here, and he's like, no speak English, mad quick. I'm like, damn son, you just had a conversation, and he goes, cut that out. And he's like, why you gotta bust my balls? Like I don't know that he's the MVP. Shout
Yep.
out to Mr. Wu.
Yep. Yep.
May he rest in peace because he soon dies in the back because Boris kills him on his way out.
Yep.
They quickly find out that that's who was ordering all the alien food because he's a big player, and what he says goes, I guess, because you're not gonna tell him no. Um, and then they get the revelation on the rooftop. They have a little showdown with Jay and with Kay and him, and this kind of sets off like the whole adventure because from that point, Kay is shook, and that's not like Kay. Like Kay is usually stoic and not like nothing really bothers him.
Yeah.
But even though his expression doesn't change, thank you, Tommy Lee Jones. Um, that you can tell, and Jay can tell that something is bothering him. So that's basically what sets up the entire thing. You find out that Boris's plans to go back and kill Kay because that's who blew his arm off
Yep.
and essentially like weakened his power.
Yeah.
And then also you find out he killed all his people.
Mhm.
I mean, it was kind of self defense. In all honesty, Kay did a thing called setting up the ArcNet, which kept that guy's people out, as they were like a warring race of people that destroyed all the planets that they encountered. It's their own fault they died.
Yeah.
Stay away from Earth.
Yep.
That's all. Stay away from the Ark. There you go. So that's kind of like the entire backstory for Boris doing what he's doing, and then YK is like, oh god damn it. Um, and then you find out that time travel is a thing that's like even Jay doesn't know about it. It's extremely classified. I mean, but it's not out of the realm of possibility. But there was a scene I do like was that when Agent O told him about it, and he goes, "No, time travel doesn't exist because a senior agent like myself would know about it." I'm like, "Yeah, that's kind of messed up."
Cause you're not a super senior agent. That's why.
He knows.
You haven't got to that rank yet.
Exactly.
You still skip.
So that's what you get for doing good. Oh well. Um, but as far as the movie goes, it's not bad.
It's
I
not a
think
bad movie.
it's worthy of being a sequel to the first Men in Black. Does it reach the heights of the first one? Not quite, but it's not that far off, I would say.
Yeah, again, I was able to watch it with Jackie. Me and her watched it, and our biggest complaint of it was the ending of bringing his father
Okay.
in, and like it was just
Mm.
it annoyed me just the whole time because that whole time travel shit and just to do that, it just really annoyed me. I was like, why? Yeah, they didn't have to have a connection like that. They really did not. Like you just did something stupid. And I think that the ending just ruined the movie for me in that sense. Like I just did not like how they did that. But for the most part, as this dude as the villain and Josh Brolin as young K, I thought he was freaking hilarious and spot on with how Tommy Lee Jones act. Like honestly, if you probably squint the eye, you would thought it was a young version of him kind of thing.
They very much casted spot on with
Yeah,
him. Yes.
and I actually liked the interaction with him and Jay and the younger K as well. I thought it was like spot on with each other and things like that. So I actually really enjoyed it. Again, way better than part two. I didn't like part two that much. I didn't like part two that much. So this was a
I don't
better.
think a lot of people like part two
Yeah,
that much.
this was a better version of that movie. So this was a better sequel than the first one they did.
Definitely, definitely. I
Um,
recommend watching it.
yeah. Where will this go in your rankings?
I'm gonna give it a 3.75.
Once it loads up, I can do it. Why is it not loading up? 375. Alright, 375. Your 375s consist of Spider Man 2, Unbreakable, Defender, Wanted, Ghost Rider, Spirit of Vengeance, Hancock, Spider Man, Hellboy 2.
I say put it below Spider-Man.
Okay, so right over Hancock.
Mm-hmm.
375. Alright, let me see where my part 2 is. Because I want to make sure it's over part two.
Definitely.
um, I gave it a two, so I'll give this. I'll go 3.5 with this one, and I'm going to put it. Oops, I messed up. I'll go right over Spirit of Vengeance. And black 3, 3.5. All right. Next movie on this long ass list of comic book theater movies, we are going to see another origin of the man Ben Parker dying. We gotta watch Amazing Spider-Man through Amazing Spider-Man.
Okay, gotcha. I
Ben
have only seen this movie once.
Uncle Ben dies again.
It does have one of my favorite Spider-Man scenes with him in the parking lot.
Yeah, okay. Parking lot. I don't remember.
When he messes up the criminal and he's acting like a fool.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
acting
yeah.
like Spider-Man.
Yeah, yeah.
So like, oh,
There's
that's
things
a
I
great
liked
thing.
about this movie. I haven't watched it in a while, so I'm excited for that. I think it's on Disney Plus.
Okay. All right. All
All right,
right.
so yeah, Amazing Spider-Man is next. After that, we have Dark Knight Rising and then Dread. That will wrap up 2012. 2013, we kick off with Iron Man 3, Man of Steel, Lone Ranger, R.I.P.D., Red 2, The Wolverine, Snowpiercer, Two Guns, Kick Ass, Thor: The Dark World, and then a little glimpse of 2014. First three movies will be I, Frankenstein, Robocop, and Captain America: Winter Soldier.
Damn. What the? Those two of those are good. What the hell is I Frankenstein?
I don't know.
Oh, all right. I see what you did there.
Yeah, but yep. All right, we're gonna wrap this up. Thank you for listening.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you for listening to another episode of the It Gets Better I Swear podcast. Make sure you check us out anywhere and everywhere. Red Cyclone Inc. That is Twitter, Tumblr, and Instagram. That is YouTube. That is SoundCloud. That is Spotify. And we got a WordPress. Where you at, Merc?
Yep. Follow me on Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud, and Twitch, or Mark the Mic. Also follow my TikTok of Mark with the Mic. I'm doing a lot of Starfield photos and a bunch of figure photography. So check it out. Shout outs to Popcorny Podcast, Tenacious T, and Jeremy Sriracha. They have a pop culture cast on Spotify, Popcorny. Definitely check it out. And Straw Hat Tie as well. And check out Straw Hat Tie. He has a Twitch and he's been playing Spider Man. So check it out. Other than that, always remember follow the Jinkies
He's
and wiggle snake in front of him.
hungry. Gotta get a somebody. Anybody got a Python?
Oh,
Anybody got a Python for sale?
you know what you should check out?
What's that?
Kamala versus Jake the Snake Roberts.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Cause you never seen a big ass dude run so fast.
Was there ever Yokozuna?
Yokozuna too.
Wasn't
He
that a thing?
ran.
Didn't he threaten to No, but didn't he threaten to squash it?
Yeah. That and I think no, it was Taker. When he fucking rose up and shit, and he fucking ran out the ring.
Take a ran?
Yeah. I think Earthquake was the one that was threatening to squash it.
Oh, okay.
Another
Okay.
fat
You can't
man.
scare John Tenta, aka Shark.
Yeah. All right. Peace out. Later.